$100 bills I can add well. 10,000 hours on my grind, Malcolm Gladwell. And I'm trying to do shows, a different city every night, collecting that dough. That's better than answering phones, cause I tried 9 to 5, I couldn't stick to the bed, so I clocked out. Never clocked my ass back in, but I came back to collect that check. Check this out, y'all better have that rent. I'm getting better every single flow I invent. Not for fake dog, for real love. J. King and Rick Miller, I see ya. Catch me at the bar drinking tequila.
Mindset Monday, y'all know what it is, man. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Mindset Monday. Black Lotus is the brand, the lifestyle. What they do, Queen. What they do. Yeah, got a special guest for y'all today. This evening. Special guest. There she is. There she is.
Hey, Trey.
How you doing, Queen?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Glad to finally link up with you.
Finally we link up. It's been a long time coming. FinCon fam in the building.
Listen, right. Hey, everybody. Hey.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for gracing me with your presence this evening.
Thank you for having me. You caught me at a good time. So I'm literally like less than a week and I'm out of here. So I'll be on Alaska time.
and I want to get into that. So I was looking at some of your Insta stories, and I was looking at some of your posts, and there's so much that I want to get into with you. You went to the meat and the gravy about it. So two things I want to just start off with, right? First, you said you're moving to Alaska, and you know we're people of the tropic. You know what I'm saying? We're tropic people. I'm a Florida boy, so you already in DC. That's already pat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right. It's too far north for you.
Yeah, the way my hemoglobin is set up, you know what I'm saying? I can only deal with y'all, you know what I'm saying, like May through September-ish, maybe.
Yeah, like a mid-September.
You feel what I'm saying? Type of vibe, the way my hemoglobin is set up. You about to take it to a whole nother dimension.
Listen.
So please talk to me about that. What's going on with the Alaska move? You about to be with the penguins and the Eskimos, and you feel what I'm saying? The polar bears and the woolly mammoths.
Y'all have to like keep following me and like check it out because it's gonna be an adventure, like for real. Like Black single mom in Alaska. Okay.
Very, very, very interesting. Are you gonna be the part that got 6 months of darkness?
No, so where I'm at, I'm actually going to be living on an island that's actually a rainforest.
Oh, so you on some survivor?
Yeah, that's right. Like a prepper. Look, well, in the world of coronavirus, you might have to come up north to me.
I'm trying to tell you, it's probably going to be the only safe place there.
Right. Come find me, my little island. Open door policy for all my people. So it's been a journey. Like I actually, and this tell you how God works and everything, but I had planned to come down south actually. Like my move was to come down south. I was applying for a job actually in Charlotte because I decided that while I do love my business, I want to get all the money. So I want to pick up all the cash, and that for me meant going back into 9-to-5 space as well. So I was looking at jobs in Charlotte, and I saw a posting for a job. They were scouting people out of Charlotte to come to Alaska, and I was like, that's God calling to me, because I actually thought about Alaska way before I had my daughter, like years ago, randomly. Mm-hmm. And I applied. It went like that. And I'll be out there in like a week or so. So...
They paying for everything, the moving and everything like that?
They're paying for the moving. I'm getting at least $15,000 more than I would have gotten paid being in the DC area at the same job. They're also have got me a nice 2-bedroom apartment. Like they have rolled out the red carpet for me. And it's just like, they have made it hard to say no. It's like a dream job for me. And plus, like, they've been just so accommodating. And that is what mindset is about. I feel like, because I never would have thought about Alaska as being somewhere I would go on my journey. But you have to open your mind up. Okay. Or you're going to be stuck in the same rut, you know?
Absolutely.
And so, and for me, you know, I've been turning my wheels for years trying to find a 9-to-5 job in my local area. And that's not where I was supposed to be, you know? And God's going to lead you to where you have to go. And had I not opened my mind up and changed my mindset, adjusted and adapted, I would have missed out on a huge life-changing opportunity.
So let me ask you this question, because you mentioned it now, and I saw it in your stories as well. You know, we're in the whole era of, you know, quit your job, the 9-to-5 plantation, entrepreneurs, the runaway slave.
Right.
You know, everybody showing their highlight reels on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You know, angling, filtering things, to the
right,
you know
right.
Saying? You know how, right? So
right.
With that whole thing going on, what has you going back into the 9-to-5 space, from being a successful entrepreneur that didn't have to do that, and now you're choosing to do that? So what's the mindset to go back into that space, and what's the perspective of dealing with that? I'm interested, because I feel like the people need to hear that, because it's so, we're in the era of job shaming. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I can't even lie, I got caught up into that about a year ago. You know what I mean? And it wasn't till, I started learning more, getting around more people, and it's like, everything ain't for everybody, and some people are happy with their jobs, and a lot of people still do both. You know what I mean? So yeah. So what has you in that frame of mind, that perspective, that mindset?
Right. Well, I grew up in a single family home where my mom was working and she couldn't stand her job. So I grew up thinking that everybody hates their job. Everybody in the world hates their job, because my mom comes home tired, overworked, miserable, unfulfilled. So everyone must hate their job. So I grew up thinking, okay, you go to college because you got to, you work because you got to, not to actually feel fulfilled. And last year, getting out and networking and whatnot, I met 2 moms that actually had great jobs. They weren't paid the most money or nothing like that, but they actually enjoyed their jobs. When the jobs had things after hours, they would go to it. I was like, what? You going to after hours? You ain't paid for that? What are you doing? And they genuinely were really invested, setting up things for the community through their job. And I was like, wow. And so for the first time, that opened my mind, being around people who were modeling that life. They weren't telling me, Valencia, you have to go out and do it. I just saw from their lifestyle how fulfilled they were. And I was like, well, things can't be how I always thought they were. People are out here enjoying that. You don't have to be an entrepreneur and sitting there paving the way all the time. You can actually find your passion in work and be fulfilled that way. So my mind opened up because I actually exposed myself to people from other walks of life. And so often we just go home, be in our same circle of friends, same people, recycle the same combos over and over again. And we can't move and progress forward because it's the same people, the same ideas. You're not learning nothing new. You're seeing the same life path from everybody. So if you're surrounded by entrepreneurs all day long who are grinding like you, that's all you're going to think that people should be doing, right? And don't get twisted. For me, Millionaire's Mama does very well. If I'm like, you know what? I think I want to make a couple thousand next month. I make a plan, and guess what? I hit that goal. If I don't doing nothing, okay, whatever. I'll get passive income. I didn't have to go back to work. My student loans are gone. I acquired some credit card debt last year, but that's not there. but that can get gone easily too. Listen, okay, it was serious. But, you know, I had no reason to go back to a 9 to 5. But, you know, entrepreneur life is not easy. You have to figure out health insurance for you and maybe a child. You got to figure out retirement. There's other layers to a job that a 9 to 5 will handle for you. You just sign your name away and they handle it. You ain't got to worry about it at all. Comes out of your check. You pay taxes. So 9 to 5 life, while it could be draining, also takes a lot of pressure off of you that entrepreneurship puts on you. You know, you got to put aside 30% for your taxes. If you're an entrepreneur, at, you know, very least, you don't know how taxes are going to favor you from year to year. So I didn't like that kind of job shaming, and I was occasionally doing that too as well. You know, you think, you know, what you're doing is the right way, of course, right? And so, but I was like, no, people are out here enjoying their jobs. I can do the same thing. So I kind of started looking, and this job came. And because I opened my mind up to, you know what, I'm going to look for a job that I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to enjoy this job. I'm going to ask for what I want. And I think if people are asking for what they want, opening their mind, they will progress. The job that I have now would not have set me up in a nice apartment if I hadn't told them, hey, I need somewhere to live. You know, they wouldn't have increased the money they gave me for, they had like a standard for like moving expenses. They wouldn't have increased that amount for me if I hadn't said, you know, there's a lot of money coming out of my pocket, you know? So if you change your mind, open your mind up and ask for what you want, like you're going to see doors open that you never even thought you wanted open, but they're able to lead you down a path that is just like I had like 6 goals laid out for 2020. This one job crushed 3 of my goals.
Wow. Wow.
In a matter of a month.
Wow.
You know, so you have to get around different people. You have to change up the dialogues. You know, you have to be around people who don't look like you, don't hang out where you hang out. You have to open up the door for other people to come into your life and have them speak into your life and pour into you knowledge that you don't have. And you'll be able to open your mind up to different things, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. Change the environment. Someone says change the environment. You are changing the environment.
Yes.
You are surely, you know, I'm
listen
to see you with a polar bear on your back with a spear. You understand what I'm saying? I'm being so, you know what I'm saying? I'm being so, but this is what I'm envisioning right now, right? The Eskimo hat. Now they got you a 2-bedroom, 2-bath igloo. You understand?
Igloo.
It's really nice, you know. They have the fire out for
a little heater for me.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And
listen, nah, like the Minnie's dad literally asked me, so how do they get around that up there? Like, what? You thinking horse and buggy? Like, they have cars, they have roads.
Not on the island. You ride on a polar bear's back. I mean, everybody knows
a polar bear or a moose. What you want to do?
Yeah, you feel me? They got you a 2020 polar bear, and they got you the spear, so you can, you know, you have to hunt. That's how you have to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Spear the fish.
Right.
Like Tom Hanks on Castaway. You understand?
But listen though, that's like for real. Like I can literally go outside with a fishing pole. It's like a huge salmon capital. Catch me some salmon that over in DC would be like $30 for a little salmon. Get me a real big salmon out there, cook that thing up, and we're done. That's enough for the night.
Right. You didn't even have to pay for supper. You just went and get it. And it gets no fresher. So you don't have to worry about so many, you know, hands, you know, dealing with your food. I mean, there's pros to it. There's pros to it. You know? And I mean, you live in DC, and the temperature is just like Alaska. You know,
listen, it was colder here than it was there. I mean, where I'm moving to is like Seattle. It rains a lot because the rainforest, but the temperatures are pretty chill. Like when I was there one day, it was like sunny, then the fog rolled in, then it rained and it snowed, and then it went back to sunny again. But it's their winter time. So I mean, but I never would have thought of Alaska. Like real talk, like seriously, I never would have thought about it. You have got to open your mind.
That's crazy. Like you're an anomaly. I think when I was in college, I think I met one black person from Alaska. You know, and there's no, and she was like darker than me. So I'm like, there's no way you're really from Alaska. You feel me? Like, Anchorage, da 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 da. I'm like, they make niggas like. You know what I'm saying? Type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? But she was from
They
there,
do.
and she got made her way to Florida. Now you making your way out to Alaska on an island. For everybody chiming in, this is Millionaire's Mama. She's a money coach for moms. We're gonna get into that too. But she is moving to Alaska, people. Alaska, like Eskimo, Chili Willy the Penguin, my nose. You feel what I'm saying? So she's moving to Eskimo land, and she was just talking about how her job is paying for her a brand new 2020 polar bear to get around in, and a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom igloo. You know what I mean? That comes with
a fire,
and a spear with the tip on it, like Tom Hanks in Castaway. The job is providing all of that for her. So they're being
Isn't it awesome?
Accommodating, you know, and it's a rainforest in Alaska, which, you know, when I think of rainforest, I think of Brazil and what are them things? Parasites in the water and type of things like that. But
like, listen.
It's not hot enough for parasites to even live in water like that, even though it's so
I'm telling you, come find me. Look, you tell them I know Valencia in Alaska, and they will bring you to me. Just come when things are getting bad down here. Just come find me.
Hey, listen, I might take you up on that. I might. Listen,
no, but really though, like, I mean, I wasn't sure when I got there if we would be out there, and I was surprised that we actually were out there on my small island. I was surprised. I even linked up with the U.S. Black Chambers out there so that I will be definitely plugged in, because there are actually a lot of, they call them black Alaskans, some weird name they made up, but it's mixing in black. They're out there. They're exploring stuff, and they're doing their thing in business. So there's a whole, chambers of them, entrepreneurs. And so we're out there, but you think I would not be linking up with the tourism of my little island? Because I know I'll be bringing all the black people. I know I'll be bringing us all in, because, honestly, we don't venture out there. Not a lot due to the cold, but a lot of people that have money, that don't look like us, venture out there because it's costly. We go down to the islands because they're cheap, they're easy to get to, which is a lot of how our mindsets work. Yeah. We want quick fixes. We don't want to be working too hard, thinking too much. But the people who I've asked that look like us, they have no idea. But other people who got money and don't look like us, I've been there. I went there on a cruise. Yeah, they know, so I'm hoping that I can expose, more of us, not only to Alaska, but just to living different and exploring places that we normally don't go to. Why you want to go to the same places we always be at? What's that going to do for you? Yeah. And for me, I always live like, if I'm on my deathbed, all you have is your memories. I want to be like, dang girl, you were a badass. Like, you did the most and you were extra as hell and you had fun, didn't you? I did. I did.
You sound like me. I always say that. I'm like, yo, when you see them old people and they just be sitting in the chair just staring and be like, what do they think about? They're replaying their life in their head. So it's like, are you going to have, it's like a movie. It's like, are you going to have a movie full of regrets and short, like, okay, back to my applesauce? Or are you going to be like, oh, no, leave me alone. I'm reliving that time. You know what I'm saying? Or this time or that time. You know what I mean?
Right.
And your life don't get no replays. So,
I agree. And someone said they pay residents $1,500 per year. So they do actually pay you to live in Alaska. The amount ranges. You can get up to over $2,000 per family member. So if you're worried about your kid not being able to afford school for them, if you live in Alaska, the school's paid for. If you are putting away that money for your child that you get, and you're putting away their money, you get that that college fund up real quick. And also jobs pay you more out there.
All that.
Aside from the salary, you get paid for being a resident due to the oil that they are allowed to the pipelines up there. So they pay residents for the oil they're taking. And also because you're in Alaska, you actually get paid more. So if I wanted to, at some point down the road, if I didn't want to live there for whatever reason anymore, I can take the salary that I was making up there and look for an equal, a comparable job back down here if I wanted to, because they pay you more up there. Higher cost of living, they pay you more. So if you can live down here, well,
higher though out there.
It's higher because they like ship food in, for example, and a lot of Alaska is kind of like a vacation spot for some people, for people that got money. So homes out there are like $40K, which even in the DMV is really pricey. So, and in the northernmost part of Alaska, where it's so cold you can't go outside, it's called Barrow. They get paid, most of them are government workers, they get paid easy $80K a year. So I mean, it's all in perspective, and if you can catch your food, if you can work things out, you really can, budget well. And I don't have that much debt. So I'm not saying y'all to come, I'm not telling y'all to come to Alaska now. Okay. I'm not telling you that, but I'm telling you, explore.
It costs $30 to ship her sauce out there for a 3-pack.
Oh, really? Really?
And her sauce goes really well with salmon, by the way.
Oh, well, good to know. Good to know. I will probably need that sauce then. I'm gonna try to have no boring, just regular plain salmon. I want to enjoy myself. but yeah.
Salt and pepper. I'm just
like sauce it up.
Just a little salt and pepper now.
I know. But guys, but it might not be Alaska for you, but there's some place that you've thought about that you felt God might have led you to, but you were too scared to do it. A lot of single moms have been sliding my DMs saying, girl, I wish I had the gumption, enough, I wasn't holding on to fear, and I was able to do that. I have no community out there, none whatsoever. And that can be scary for a lot of people, not only single moms, anybody. It can be scary for anybody. But you have to learn and you grow and you adapt. How do you think the first Americans were exploring? If you get out there, if you're an immigrant or a child of immigrants, you guys know, for what you want, you go find a way, So it's all in how you want to live your life.
Okay, so now let's talk about this whole single mom thing, because I got on Financial Demics about this, so now it's your turn. You feel me?
Oh no!
Yeah.
No! Oh, yeah. What did I do? What did we do?
I got on her about it, so I got to get on you about it now. What's up with us, bro? What's up with us? You feel what I'm saying? Everything is single moms. Oh yeah, mom podcast, and blah, moms and in my DMs and blah blah blah. Dang,
look, okay, first let's be clear. Now, no,
it's hard, man. Everybody, you feel me? Come on.
Now, I call y'all my bros, I call y'all my dudes, and I do get DMs from my guys telling me, hey girl, don't forget, you got single dads out here. And I realize, but while life is very challenging for y'all too, being a woman is real hard out here. We naturally get paid less. We naturally take on more. For a lot of us, the child rearing falls just on us. So I talk to my ladies because I want to help those who were like me 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and didn't have that help, didn't have that community, didn't have no one that looked like them telling me, hey sis, I'm up here. I'm not too far ahead of you. Let's go. I'll help you out, because we really do lack in that, And so, and for women, it's really a challenge to find quality moms, other single moms who, it's really hard to trust in people and find a good community. So for me, I wanted to help build that up. You know what I mean? I don't know how guys get down, how y'all bond, and how y'all do y'all dad thing,
Not
but
really. We don't. Not really. Not really. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be nice to, get thrown a bone every now and then. Even if it ain't got no meat on it, we'll take the gristle. We'll take the gristle. But we don't get nothing. We don't even get a bone. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? Uncle Pete, Miss Nova, everybody chiming in. I'm online with the millionaire's mama, you feel me? And FinCon fam. She's about to move to Alaska with the Eskimos in the rainforest. You feel what I'm saying? She's about to become an indigenous aborigine of Alaska. You feel me? She's about to have Eskimo and igloos and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, I got to give her this work because, she just throw us kings under the bus, under the bridge, and, gives us nothing. You know what I'm saying? Tui, and keeps it moving.
You know what though? I'm gonna keep this real though. Any of my guys who are on this live or whatever. Now, what is not fair that I know I don't do for my ladies. If any of my dudes slide through my DM asking me for help, like whatever, I've done a lot of free financial coaching for my guys, so that I normally don't do for my ladies. So that I will say.
Okay, I guess I'll take it. Even though it's in the back cut, you know what I'm saying? It's in the back cut. We don't get no publicity, no publicists, but I take it. You understand what I'm saying? I take it. You write that off on your return. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I gave to the peasants. It's a write-off.
No, y'all do a great job, and frankly, I think what it is too is single dads aren't visible. We don't see many of you guys, so we don't know that you're really out here like that, So, if y'all become visible, get a group popping, then it'll be, I'll be saying, hey, dolls and dudes, like,
Okay.
but all single parents matter. The job is rough all the way around,
Yeah, absolutely. So, talk to me about how you started and how you were able to progress wealth-wise and financial-wise in business. You said that if you want to make a couple extra thousand in a month, you can hit your goal with no problem. So that shows me that you're able to generate, build something from nothing or create. And could you talk a little bit about that? Like, what was the starting point and how you're able to create and manifest the income that you want within that period of time and the methods that you go about doing that?
Yeah. Well, most of it was built around mindset. I'm going to be honest with you. When I only have one child, so when I was pregnant with her, I was seeing things with me and her dad weren't going great. But I said, we'll get married anyway. Let's try. Because clearly, if it ain't working when we're just boyfriend, girlfriend, it's going to definitely work when we're married, right? Lies.
Sure.
Lies. But I mean, for real, my brain thought that. Hey, girl, my brain thought that. And so we got married. 3 months in, I was like, oh, I'm so good. I'm out. And after 3 months, I was like, so to my family, I'm going to divorce him. I'm going to need y'all to rally around me because I'm going to need this help. And normally, I was never a person that asked for help. Ever. Never, ever. Mindset, right? I was like, no, I got to be independent. I'm not going whatever. But when I had my child, like, she was forever my why. And the reason why, when I had her, I said, my pride goes out the window. I can't have pride and be a parent. It don't work like that,
Yeah.
And so I rallied everyone around me. I got on the government help that I needed. I held her dad accountable. Look, you're going to pay this child support because we were both in that room when that went down. So you're going to pay for this, okay? And I made sure that the things that I had systems in place to support me as I was going through this. And I was like, one day I remember I was holding her and she was looking up at me. I was looking down at her. And we were just kind of like, she couldn't talk at that point, right? But I was like, in my mind, I saw her judging me. I saw her like, girl, so what we doing? And I was thinking, dang, this baby judging me. I don't know what we're doing. And so I was like, you know what? This can't, I have to do something. And so I decided to get debt free. That's step one. Get out of debt. You'll be able to progress you and her life. You'll be able to go somewhere. Because I always dreamed big. But when this divorce happened and I knew I wasn't going to have no help by myself, I didn't know what I was going to do. But I knew I had this. So I had the student loan debt. I had mounting divorce debt and credit card debt. And so I started doing side hustles from home. And then one hustle became two hustle, two became five became 11. And I was doing 11 side hustles. Yeah. So I did all of them I could do from home except one. And I would just try to kind of make the day where I could drop her off somewhere while I was doing it. But so I did Notary Public. I did surveys. I sold her clothes online. The mini even was an Instagram model. So them IG girls you see with barely no clothes on, those aren't IG models. My daughter was an IG model. She was modeling little clothes for like shops online. Yep, I did mystery shopping, different shops online. So I didn't have to. So not only did me doing these hustles earn me money to pay down debt, but they also cut my budget. So most people would spend so much money on their child for clothes. Kids run through clothes, blood, poop, chocolate, whatever the mystery, item that won't come out of their clothes is, right? And so I didn't need that because I found a hustle that could get me what I needed. So that's what I would do. If I knew I had Sally Mae, okay, well, Sally Mae will get paid off by doing XYZ hustle. The mini needs clothes and shoes. Okay, well, that's expensive. And I'm going to have her do this Instagram model stuff so she can just get clothes for free. Plus, we'll get paid. And so that's kind of how I started off doing it. So if you know you have loans to pay, you have things to do, you got to first figure out how much do you need to bring in a month? And I figured that out. I needed like, 1,000, for example, say you need 1,000 a month. Well, what will get you there? Now, you could do mystery shopping and surveys. That would not get you 1,000 a month, right? You have to do big things. So for me, the big thing was selling her baby clothes. Y'all, baby clothes, baby equipment, that is bank, okay? Bank. I know plenty of mamas too who go to thrift stores and pay like cents for clothes and then will come on Instagram on their shop on Instagram and they will sell it for like $10 a piece, So the turnover and that kid market is a huge market. So when I found that niche.
Do you have quick question? Do you have a course on how to turn your child to Instagram model? Because I got a 5-year-old that need a job like yesterday, Jack. You feel me? She's smart. I homeschool her. She real smart. Listen, she need a job like this. You get me? So is there a course for that?
It's funny you mentioned that. It's funny.
Your first student on that. You get what I'm saying?
It's funny. No.
Whatever. But,
Look, even if your child's not cute, okay, I don't child judge. No, I believe you. But that's not even like that was the funny part that I didn't because my child's cute too, but I didn't figure that out until she became a model. That it's not about cute. They want their clothes shown. They don't care really. Your child's a body to them. You know what I mean? They just want a kid to be in them clothes and you doing pictures. It's really about your photo quality. So it's funny because I actually, when I first started Millionaire's Mama, I actually did do a course on that. But the response was so low. I was like, there's no one wants to do it.
So you actually made a course on that?
Yeah, I did. I had like a class. Yeah.
You still. I'm gonna hit you in the DM about that. You can just email that to me over. Just let me know what I need to cash app you for.
Listen.
Cause she got her own page and all. I just made it private, but she got her own page and everything like that. But it's more like
clothes online.
daughter have a page, but it's private. She like, no, you need to make that private. She need
Nope. And it be killing me.
And all.
It kills me when businesses have their pages on private. I'm like, are you hiding from money? Do you owe somebody? Like, why is your page not private and you're a business? Like, no, listen, we gonna talk. Because I got a whole soapbox about this. we gonna get this working and get this money, okay? Because everyone in the family needs to contribute. We all eating, so we all need to contribute. Right?
That's a fact. He said pages that are private are retarded. Okay, listen, we talk about my daughter's page, okay? She's not retarded. I'm retarded for making it private, but it was more like, for family to keep up with her because she got family all over the place. But, she's telling me, hey, listen, hey, no, this need to be public and this need to be starting, getting monetized and things of that nature. Listen, as soon as we get our mindset money, it's going public. You feel me? She not a business page. I know she's not a business page, but after this conversation, it's going to be a business page. Got a little YouTube channel, you feel me? She got a little, I would never call your daughter. I know you wouldn't call my daughter. I know you wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? No.
It's funny.
He love the kids. You know what I mean? They call him a girl slow. They call him a girl slow.
Hey, hold on a damn minute.
No, I'm the slow one. It's like I say about piano players and drummers. Either y'all are retarded because you can do it, or I'm retarded because I can't. I like to think the latter to make myself feel better.
But everyone need to put in that work.
That's a fact. Because them clothes ain't gonna buy themselves. The food
they do not.
That's a fact.
And they always hungry.
About to put her in school too. Like it's starting to, I did a great job, but now I'm about to put her in school in the fall because it's getting tough. I did a great job though.
Give yourself grace. You did a great job, but you have to know. Same thing happened with me. I was not built for the forever. I was built to be a forever homeschool mom, and I wasn't built for that. It was great while it lasted, but I can only hit a certain level, and I'm just like, okay, I'm good. Like that was like last year that I hit that level.
That's a fact. Like, and I've hit that level. You know what I'm saying? I'm at that level to where it's like, for me, it's very difficult. It's not possible for me to do business. You know what I'm saying? Entrepreneur business. And when I'm doing business, I'm not dealing with her. When I'm dealing with her, I'm not dealing with business. And then also too, I've noticed too that there's things that we automatically know, but we don't really know how we know it.
You have no idea. Right.
So it was like I forget what it was. It was math, and it was like 2 + 8 equals what? So we know that's 10, right? But then it was like 8 + what equals 2. And I'm like, I know the answer, but I'm like, how do I exactly explain that to her? You know what I'm saying? The way it was down, like I know, but it's simple stuff like that to where it's like, oh my bad, I flipped the screen. It's simple stuff like that. It was like, I know the answer.
Listen,
explain it to her so she knows how to do. You know what I'm saying, and not do it for her. It's starting to get, That's why when I taught.
That's me with reading.
School and high school.
That's me with reading. I'm like, cause she's like, well, Ma, how do you figure out? How do you know how to read? And I had bought so many different reading systems. I could just not. I said, Pooh, it's not you, it's mommy. Cause I have no idea how to explain to you how to read. Cause I don't remember how I learned. And I mean, it's so, you have to know your own limits.
Wow, that's crazy. It's the opposite for me. It's that way with math. With reading, well, because, I dealt with music and writing and different stuff like that. But what I did was I started her out on this YouTube channel called Busy Beavers. Right? And it teaches the phonetics. It teaches Spanish, right? And then from there, it's this app on the iPad called Endless Reader. And when I say that app is so amazing, that thing taught her how to read.
Write that down.
Oh yeah, Endless
Listen.
Reader. Reader truth. I'm telling you, like, I big that up. You feel me? Um, So it'll be like, and they have videos on YouTube of people actually playing the app. So she started watching it on YouTube, and then I downloaded the app and did it. So it'll be like the word cat, right? And it'll have the letter scrambled, and they have to use their finger to put it onto the letter, like, and it'll be like C, boom, A, T, 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 T.
See?
Boom, and it'll be like cat, boom, yay, right? And then it'll go to a sentence, and it'll have the cat is big, right? And then it'll have the somewhere. They have to move the in the sentence. They have to move cat in the sentence, and they have to move big in the sentence. And then it teaches how to read the sentence like that. And that's how she got the reading thing. So she, based off of that, that endless reader of the truth. She been on that since she was 2. And then from there, I just started building. Once she got that, I just started building from there, kept her reading. She's done read, like, she's put like this. The type of book she's reading is equivalent to like them Goosebumps chapter books now.
Oh, wow.
She's 5.
Wow.
That's the type
That's
of
amazing.
stuff she's reading, like 13 story treehouse, 26 story treehouse. That's the type of stuff we on. But the math part, you know, that's a little bit different.
See, we good with the math, because math is simple. Like, math is just like, for me, math is simple because it always gives you the same answer. With reading, like, the English language is one of the hardest languages. So I've been teaching her Spanish and Korean. Those are easy langes. Like, but English makes no sense. It makes no kind of sense. So it's been hard.
Like a pterodactyl. Yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Or put ammonia. I get it.
Right. It makes no sense.
That's a fact.
But it's our job though too, even though we have them in school. Like, I always felt like, the school keeps her safe and teaches her basics, but it's my job as her parent when she comes home, okay, now we're going to be doing our work. Like, it's my job to follow up and really be the teacher for her. And that's why I really liked having her involved in the side hustling, because if we're all in this together truly, then we all need to be doing some kind of work. We're all, a family, and a family operates like that in my mind, where we're all working together, I don't pass you off at school and we done, I'm done. Someone's taking care of my child, bye.
I mean, and I was strong on that for a very, very long time, up until recently, to where it's like, yo, this is getting a bit, you got to know when to hold and got to know when to fold. You know what I mean? So all time. Her tail will be off in there. You know what I mean?
Amen. Mine too, for the first time. I'm like, goodbye. Here you go, kindergarten.
You know what I mean? And just taking her to the different schools, testing it out, and let me know what levels it is. Like, one school I took her to, it was like, oh, she's so advanced. She can read to the preschool kids. Like, wow, she's reading this book. Wow. And the book was very simple for her. Then I took her to another school. It's this all-black preparatory school I took her to, and it let me know, hey, brother, it's levels to this. You thought you did a good job until you brought her off in here, and she's, you know what I'm saying, she's far from, she's actually behind, Jack, you know what I'm saying, from our standpoint. I'm like, oh, it's levels to this, and I'm on a lower. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was so, based on where I came from, what people been telling me, you feel me?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You're ordinary, you feel me? You're not extraordinary. You thought you was.
You're just okay. Right.
Listen.
That'll do it.
Man, these kids did a presentation on a tour. They had a real nigga tearing up in there. Like, I almost teared up. These kids was like, the earth is made up of protons, neutrons, electrons, the lithosphere, the troposphere, the ductosphere, the this. It's made of 92% water. This, that. I'm talking about a whole long, I Have a Dream Martin Luther King speech all about the earth and facts and stuff like that. I said, oh, well, excuse me. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was on the waiting list for that school. Believe it.
There you go.
Believe it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down.
Oh my God.
So,
No, but you're right.
okay, so I'm sorry, we digress, people. We
We get
digress mindset Monday, but so your side hustle, you
yeah.
put your daughter on the modeling. You was doing the surveys, the mystery shoppers, selling clothes, and this was paying off your debts. You paid
Right.
$43,000 worth of debts just off side hustling alone, correct?
Right. Yep. All from home. Yeah. All but one from was from home. And so I
Wow.
paid all that off and I was debt free. I got debt free in 2018. And then me and the Minis had some health issues last year. So we incurred some more debt, but it's like so puny, it's like compared to what I did have, it's already a plan in place for that. So for me, I'm still debt free. I have about, it's a couple thousand more, but that's pretty much it. And so when I became debt free, other people, was seeing what I was doing and started to come to me. And it was like, hey, girl, I see you're debt free. Can you show me? I said, yeah, slide my DM. I'll show you. And literally, my first client told me, that's great, but I'm not a charity case. I will pay you. How much do you want? I was like, oh, okay. Well, a little bit of this. And my first client, they paid me $200, just $200, for like a month of working with me. And now I'm $2,000. So, but that's mindset as well. You are as good as you believe. You are what you think you're worth. So, everything is mindset. And if I didn't have enough, just drive and wanting more for myself, I wouldn't have gotten to the point that I got at. So I got debt free, my business started, and it's happened all in like a year time span. I bought me and the Minnie's first rental property down south.
Okay.
I was speaking at Google, I was all over the place. So
How did you go about doing that? Investing out of town? Did you have eyes and boots on the ground in the place that you did? How did you go about that?
Right.
Was there a mentor program that you went through?
No, just keeping your eyes and your ears open. And they're going to come from all kind of places. They're not going to come from the traditional all the time, Zillow or whatever. Sometimes you have to drive around, get out there, find stuff. You need to ask family, hey, this property's been sitting in our family for XYZ years. What's going on? So you have to kind of be willing to think outside the box. I have gotten to where I have, clearly Alaska, from thinking outside the box and trying to do things differently, right? I made it a point to run towards scary stuff, run towards things that are scary and just conquer it, push through, think outside the box, do what people are not doing. All my friends were getting married, spending like $40K on marriages. I was going through a divorce on government help and struggling, and I'm seeing their vacation. I'm like this, seeing their vacation photos, them traveling on their honeymoons to different countries. Like, oh my God, I'm at home by myself, my baby.
The grandma depression.
Yes, Lord, living their best life.
Queen Meticulous, what they do.
Yeah, living their best life. And so, but now, years later, when they're in debt, because I decided to hunker down just for a couple of years and sacrifice, not travel, not live my best life kind of thing for a couple of years, I'm now where a lot of them wish they could be at. Because now they're paying off all these debts because they were living this high life and everything. So sacrifice and just, having a goal in mind, what are you working towards? And then are you leaving yourself open enough for God to direct you where he wants you to go? Because I was fighting. I was like, no, I'm heading to Charlotte. I hear it's up and coming for Black people. I'm going to get down there, have my rental properties, live my best life. And he was like, no, girl. Girl, you going to an island in Alaska.
Yeah. Eskimos roam. You going to Eskimo land. You feel me? You're igloo bound. You're straight up igloo bound, sister.
It's looking like that. It's looking like that. So, you know,
You are
and
so
I can
excited
still,
about it. Like you kind of make
I
me
am.
want to like go
Listen,
sit out there. Like, you know what
and
I'm
look,
saying? It's like
and
your
so,
energy is so excited about it. You know what I mean?
but your dreams don't stop because things change, because people are like, oh, so what are you still going to do? I have a couple of investment how or rental property, if you call it that, like investment groups that I started, and they're like, well, girl, you moving to Alaska, is that going to stop now? No, give me a month to get adjusted, get used to my job, and then we'll be re-upping. Like, we're going to do it again. And so I've already looked at, I'm in the mobile home game. I've already looked up the mobile home parks across Alaska. That ain't stopping. I've already looked up triplexes out there, because that ain't stopping.
What the lot rent's talking about out there?
Let me tell you. Okay.
You know, I've been looking at a couple of things. You know.
There are a lot more mobile homes out there that I think people would think. It's kind of like a natural place for people to go to mobile homes more than actual homes, because homes costs more, a lot more maintenance. So there are a lot of mobile homes out there. And depending on where you're looking, you can find things really on a cheap. Now they have it like out in Maryland, you can get a mobile home for like $50K in some places. But if you go out to, you know, outskirts, of course, it's going to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
But they even have, you know, out here too, triplexes are like this. But out there, they build their places up. So you have like an apartment here, one here, like a traditional kind of apartment complex. So out there, tourist season hits hard from like April to September. You get somebody in there who's doing seasonal work, renting out an apartment from you. Costs probably like $1,700 a month from one apartment. You live in the other apartment. Another person who's probably maybe permanent that lives there for a long time, $16 a month, and you're living your best life. You know,
in Alaska.
In Alaska.
Mm.
In Alaska, people come out there and vacation. People with money come out there and vacation, and they want somewhere to live for that whole, you know, for that whole time. They're out there, so you can literally make. For some people, now some people, they depend on tourism, they'll have their restaurant open just summertime, and that pays for the whole year for their life. You got to have a strategy though, you know, so life don't change because you move. You just adjust to your new environment, you know, you become a chameleon. You just adjust to where you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. And you say they got mobile homes out there like that.
A lot. But you think about it, Alaska is if you lay out Alaska and all the islands, it's as big as the US. Alaska is huge. It's huge. It's huge. I think people miss that part. It's actually a really, really large state. So it's a lot. It's a lot of land to cover, a lot of places, and because it's there are a lot of remote places. They're used to that kind of, you know. If you do mobile home, I think, you know, down where we are, you might have to be more hands-on, right? But out there, they're used to dealing with people who are far away, so it makes it a little bit easier. So, you know, the hustle don't start because you move, you know. Yes, we're going to Alaska now. Yes, we are.
Hey, man, you know, you got to move with the groove. You know what I'm saying? If it's shaking, you know, go where it's shaking at. That's interesting, you know. Like I said, I really just can't get over, like, you have me, I'm excited for you, but your energy,
Thank you.
your enthusiasm has me like, hey, I never thought about that. Maybe I should go and check
Listen,
out.
though, I'll be real with you, though. Like, I've never been to prison or even been to jail. I haven't even really been outside of a jail before or know anybody, probably. No, maybe I have. Okay, but I will say this. I probably could be heading to prison and have the same, like, bounce to my step. Like, I'd be like, oh, you know what? I'm hanging with this crew. I'll be running this. Like, it's my personality because it's mindset. You got to know, even if you're going down into the trenches or you're heading up, you have to be able to have a goal, of focus, and be wanting better and more for yourself, no matter what you're doing, you know? Absolutely. So for me, Alaska is like, okay, it's Alaska, another state to me. I'll find opportunity wherever I go, you know? And you have to have that drive, you know?
That's interesting. That is very, very interesting. Wow. Wow. You have me really, I think I might, you know what I'm saying, just take a little peek, see, just a little peek, see, just a little peek, see you know what I'm saying, just a little peek, see what's going on out there, man, because, wow, you feel me? But it's like you said, it's your energy and your mindset and your perspective towards it. Like, hey, you know, like Jay-Z say, put me on anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You have
yes.
you have
Yes.
that mindset. Even technically, it's not the green earth, it's the white earth because there's no snow out there. But, you know.
I'm gonna show y'all. Like I saw my first waterfall, y'all, and it was like I never seen now like all them what's them shows that everyone like people be like nerding out on. Like what them shows like that, but they have all like the dwarves. It's like a huge like thing people like love. They're out in the forest, like they be having armies and all that stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
What you mean, like I don't watch TV, so I wouldn't know.
It's like a movie series, but either way, these people were all out in the forest, right? It reminded me of this. Like it's like green forest everywhere. There is no snow. It is just like green, like Narnia. Like if you've seen the movie Narnia, with all like this green, beautiful fantasy land.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you, Uncle Pete. Lord of the Rings. That's exactly Lord of the Rings. Yes, it's like.
Uncle Pete.
Thank you, Uncle Pete.
Why do you know that?
I'm like the elves, something.
Truck driver, he probably on the road right now somewhere. God knows where with the phone listening to Mindset Monday. Queen Talisha, what they do. You feel me? Why do you know that, Pete? Lord, you feel me?
That's exactly it. But it's kind of this beautiful like landscape, and I never would have thought that I would ended up there, and I never thought my debt-free journey, my business entrepreneur journey would lead me there. But, it has, Oh, he loves it. So I love it. Lord of the Rings.
And he's black, he's black too. You know what I'm saying? So, we're just so diverse.
Exactly.
He loves
exactly.
You're gonna be in an igloo. I mean, hey, I love it. If y'all like it, I love it. Said the fucking trees. I knew exactly what she was talking about.
Yes.
Y'all, wow.
But that goes to show you there are people like I'm talking different stuff. Uncle Pete over there talking about Lord of the Rings, stuff like that. There are other people who you could have in your circle that will talk different things into your life that you might need to hear, And so when I got that speaking engagement at Google, there are people who would give their left arm to speak at Google anywhere. And I got that from networking and being around people that I normally wouldn't be around. And my mindset was changed, and you're talking to different people, and that opportunity came down to me.
Wow. Right?
So some people are introverts, some people are shy, and I get that. You need to read some books about how to not be that way, at least for a certain pocket of time, so you can get out there and really expose yourself to more, because there's so much out there, y'all. There is so much out there. And you don't want to miss out on it.
Absolutely. So we are at like 8 o'clock. Usually Instagram gives us about an extra 20 minutes, but they're like the cutoff. So right now we at the cutoff period. Anywhere between 9 and 19 minutes, they'll cut off. So before you do, please tell everybody where they can find you, what products and services you have available for the people, and everything like that, Queen.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thanks for coming on and putting up with my silliness. But I'm Valencia Morton, Millionaire's Mama. I have a podcast with my girl, Elena, Single Moms on the Money podcast. We have our own Instagram page on here as well. And we have
we should do that too, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
We are about 7 episodes in. We premiered on MLK Day this year, talking all kinds of things about how to get off benefits, how to make the most out of your money, how to live off of one income, dating for the single parents. Okay, not single moms, single parents. Okay, we cover all the topics, but they're all around and focused on money. Each episode is focused on money and how to live your best life financially despite your trials and whatnot. And so I'm on there, millionairesmama.com. I have a book. So all the hustles that I did actually put together into one book called The Ultimate Side Hustle. It's an ebook. You can get it whenever you want. My best-selling book. I have a lot of other ones, but that's the one that always people love. The point of the book in all my books is for you to sit down with it at your computer, open it, see the hustle, do the hustle. Next one, it's not no fluff. It's all meat. It's all what you need to know to make money. I'm not filling it with useless stories or blah, blah, blah. It's what you need to make money. So check it out.
Facts. The link is in her bio. Please check out the link in her bio. She has an extensive library in her bio. So it's something for everybody, from podcasts to affiliate links to her literature out there. Man, you're doing amazing things, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for gracing us with your presence, your energy, your story. And we're gonna have to hook up on the back end, because you know what I'm saying. You know, we're gonna deal with that and get me straight and get my daughter straight and everything like that, because you know she need to get on the clock. You know what I'm saying? She need to clock on them. You know, enough is enough. I had it up to here. You understand what I'm saying? The grays is from the home. You understand? I'm aging too fast.
Living free. She been living free too long.
You understand? You know what I mean? As y'all know, you know what I'm saying, it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mindset Monday. Black Lotus is the brand of lifestyle we create in royalty through financial literacy. Y'all already know. Once again, we learning the amazing information from amazing people, bringing information, knowledge, and wealth to the community. It's all about mindset, so this was perfect for Mindset Monday. As y'all all know, if y'all stream the music or purchase the merchandise, I revamped the website, so I got all new merchandise on the website. Link is in the bio. If you missed anything on this Mindset Monday, I screen record them and put them on my YouTube channel. So make sure y'all check out Snatch. Go subscribe. Smash that like button, you know what I'm saying, on my YouTube channel. You can check out all the Mindset Mondays on the YouTube channel. If you stream the music or purchase the merchandise, you supporting me. If you book a consultation or purchase one of my ebooks, Dollar Dojo from Active to Passive, or Dooley Dojo, overview of how to get into the car hauling industry, you're investing in yourself, okay? Y'all know what we do. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Monday. We are on here creating royalty through financial literacy. Y'all already know what I say. One day we'll be sipping pina coladas on the beach, all paid for by our income producing assets. So until that time, you feel me? You can catch me 7 p.m. and you can catch her with the polar bears and the penguins. You feel what I'm saying? Straight up and down, and with a smile on her face too. She's not gonna be cold. She's not gonna be chilly. She's gonna be smiling with her little mini. You feel what I'm saying?
There you go.
Spearing salmon like Tom Hanks in Castaway. You understand what I'm saying? Minus Wilson. You understand what I'm saying? Minus Wilson.
Listen. Oh my God. Facts though. It's facts. We don't need no new child labor laws. We're good.
And they got to work. You understand? The food ain't gonna pay for itself.
Right.
You feel me? They grow out a foot of shoes every other week. You feel me? They done skip the whole size. So now that don't even fit. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen.
Now you even had me thinking I done gave away so much clothes to Goodwill that I should have been online selling.
Stop it. Listen, that's a whole nother game itself. Don't sell clothes individually. Sell them in batches. You can make more money and get rid of the clothes faster. Tip.
I be giving away bags of her clothes, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I literally
Stop
just
it.
gave a bag of clothes away because I'm just like, you know,
They will sell. They'll sell in a week. They'll sell in a week on Let Go, OfferUp, Poshmark, a whole bunch of sites out there on through your page, eBay. There's so many sites to sell on.
Wow.
Say bye.
Can you say bye?
Hey, young queen.
Is someone sleepy? Yeah. Okay, Pooh. She's like, girl, you're taking too long, girl. She's like, come on, let's go.
All right. I won't hold you up too longer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm gonna DM you. We're gonna get on that on the tails end. Thank you so much. Any last words? Any last quotes, mindsets, anything that you want to leave the people?
Chase your fear. Anything that's scary, that means it's good for you. Chase it. Try it. Don't be scared of it. You need to have a mantra, a phrase that you're going into the new year with. 2020, mine is strategy. Okay? Everything is calculated risk, strategic planning, and that will get you to where you need to be. You have gotten a plan, you're going to be straight. That's it.
That's it. You heard it from the millionaire's mama. You feel me? Make sure y'all go follow her. Make sure y'all go hit the links in her bio. Make sure y'all go like up her